New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. So before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to the guy that you will see in the video by the name of Anton Daniels. He is another YouTuber out here. And he had a video that I found to be pretty interesting. And it's something that I speak about pretty often on this platform whenever I happen to tell women, like, yo, y'all need to really select better. You guys really need to choose better when it comes to the types of men that you specifically want to date. So I'm going to, in a sense, set you up. You'll have Anton. He is meeting somebody directly at the restaurant, but in between the meeting, I'm going to let you, go to his site if you want to see the full video for yourself. Um, Before he initially gets into the establishment, you already see the couple in the parking lot arguing. So this is when he, puts on his glasses, he opens the door and he looks back because he hears, what's specifically happening, right? And then once he makes it into the restaurant, he's looking for a place to sit directly at the bar. So he proceeds to directly sit at the bar. And then after he does so, you'll then see that the same young woman who was arguing with the man in the parking lot comes to sit almost right next to him. It's a space in between. So it's him, it's an empty seat, and it's her. And this is when the video starts.
If you need a personal session, what just happened right there? You alright? You okay? That was a little dramatic. That seat, which the girl had just sat next to me, that's empty now. Got my Cypress salad right there, but that seat is empty. This was rather dramatic. So I have to cut the camera off. I don't want people getting in trouble because I do got a platform. I don't want any visibility to come or people using my content in order to substantiate their claims. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be involved. I will tell you a little bit about the conversation that me and her had as a result of my man walking in, and then we talked for some time. She did not get up right after that, right after he said that. He came in here and he grabbed her up in front of everybody and was like, "Get the F up now." That's insane. Why would you do that? Why are people fumbling the bag by doing stuff in public like that? Don't they know that this is 2022 and everything is on camera and recorded, including me vlogging right now? As you probably witnessed, which I don't know if the camera picked it up or not, but as you probably witnessed, there was a bit of a skerfuffle going on at the bar. Skerfuffle. I don't know if the camera actually picked it up or not, if the audio or whatever. But dude basically walked in and he snatched chick's phone and he was like, whatever he said, outside now, whatever. So she's sitting next to me and I cut the camera off because, Anton don't want to capture anything that's outside of the ordinary. And I'm like, everything good? You cool? And she was like, yeah, that's just my boyfriend or whatever like that. That's normal.
All right, so I cut it off there. Yet again, because I do want people to actually go and watch his content. This was just part of a 11 to a 12-minute video that he has directly up there on his YouTube page, which you can catch the link right below in the comment section. Now, that last part that he stated, she said to him that that's her boyfriend and this is normal. And later on in that exact same video, he would will talk to a black woman. I think the black woman that was a little bit further down, and she had a response. She was like, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. Right? This is the normalcy at this moment in time. Right? And I know a lot of people that are going to sit up there and say, well, oh, you don't understand because you're not a woman. You women go through a lot of things in abusive relationships. You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm going to let you have that. But I'm going to sit up there and tell you something that you don't want to sit up there and talk about. The fact that you have a lot of women out here that specifically pick out and choose guys, knowing the fact of how they react, knowing the fact that they have jealous tendencies, that they have abusive tendencies, that they have aggressive tendencies where they'll do things like this, because you have women out here that actually get turned on by stuff like that. Right? So they specifically pick and choose guys with these certain tendencies that they know will act like this in public. But when you start listening to that, people start getting quiet and they want to start deflecting and then going back to, well, you have a lot of women out here that go through domestic abuse and domestic violence, and they don't really have anybody to turn to, and yada yada yada. And by you basically stating that women are specifically picking out these guys, you're in a sense enabling, and you're yada yada yada. Realistically, I'm not. I'm showing you both sides. And I'm also going to show you a third side. The third side, which is if you go through Anton's um, comment section, you have a lot of people stating that they're glad that he's safe. Because in a lot of instances where men try to be men and they want to speak up and step up for women, you have a lot of brothers that have lost their lives doing so. A lot of brothers that have lost their lives doing so, just even trying to ask if the woman is okay. And like he stated in the video, he was like, yo, once I saw him once, I had to, basically make sure, my senses were up, because the dude basically circled back around. So like I said before, so for a lot of people that might try to state that, oh, he should have really stepped in, he should have did something, da 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 da. Nah, like I said, he has his own thing that he needs to be worried about. Somebody else stated in the comment section that she came there with friends or some other type of stuff, or whatever it was. Like I said, the people that was there with her should have set up there and said something, should have set up there and stood up for her. You got too many brothers that, are about something out here that try to do the right thing, and that's it. Do you think that those women that those women that those men stood up for, do you think that those women continuously go to that man's gravesite every single day thanking him? No. Do you think that they're always checking in on the family? No. Do you think that those women are always checking in on the kids who they ended up losing a father, a brother, or an uncle because he tried to step in and do the right thing? No. What are they doing? They more than likely went back to that exact same guy. Like I said, those are things that a lot of women don't want to sit up there and talk about. A lot of women want to focus on the abuse and everything like that. I have no problem with that. You can clearly focus on that, because yes, that is a problem. But also focus on the fact that even if a guy does step in and tries to do the right thing, number one, he ends up losing his life. He's risking his life. And number two through three, y'all end up going right back to the exact same person. Like I said before, it gets to the point, in time where it almost seems like some of these things might be a potential setup. Where, like I said, she could have sat anywhere in that restaurant. The bar is actually pretty large. She could have sat anywhere at that bar, but she decided to sit right there next to him because she already knew. Like I said, if you're a woman and you're already in a chaotic type of thing, don't sit up there and be bringing other men into the whole situation to try to come like randomly save you. Don't be doing that, knowing the fact that they're going to lose their lives and you're still going to be alive with the same person that you're still consistently been with for years, going through the exact same aggression and violent tendencies. Stop doing that. Because, like I said, you got a lot of brothers out here that have lost their lives that women don't be sitting up there trying to champion. They don't try to sit up there and put their names up on t-shirts or march for them or make them a hashtag and make sure people, you don't have women out here doing that. And there are lists of men and young men that have done that. Try to just do the right thing because they were raised by their mothers. They got sisters in their lives. They love their grandmothers and their aunts and different things like that. And they tried to do the upstanding and the right thing, and they ended up losing their life for it. And then you still have women talking about, oh, this is what I'm talking about. Men don't want to stop all of this from happening. Y'all need to step it up. Y'all need to step in whenever y'all see these things happen. And then when the guy loses his life, when somebody's son dies because of the decision that you decided when you wanted to commit to a relationship with an individual that you know has violent tendencies and aggressive tendencies, when somebody's son dies, then what? Oh, that's right. You're just going to rinse, wash, and repeat. You're going to repeat the exact same thing, and you're going to sit up there and say, "Oh, men need to step up, and men need to." Like I said, it's a vicious cycle. If you're going through that vicious cycle, yo, you need to sit up there and like roll through that by yourself. I'm just going to sit up here and be honest. I don't care how wrong that basically sounds. Nobody out here needs to sit up there and lose their life because of the poor decision that you decided to sit up there and make. And I'm just going to be honest. That's wrong on so many levels. So many levels. Like I said before, the one main thing that I've stated to women before is that, yo, y'all need to just slow down. I get the fact, human emotion, right? You're lonely, you seek companionship, a relationship, you seek love and different things of that nature. The end result at the end of the day is like, yo, you need to love yourself first. You need to love yourself enough. You need to sit up there and uh respect yourself, get knowledge of self. There's a lot of things that you need to work on before you 100% commit to a relationship with a whole other person. How in the world is it possible that you as a woman, you're going to roll into a relationship with a man and you quote unquote you're going to love the man when you don't even love yourself? How? How does that even make sense? How can you love somebody and you don't even know how to love yourself properly? That's crazy to me. That's 100% crazy to me. But yet you got a lot of women out here trying to crave companionship and all companionship and all these other types of things. You got the same woman out here craving all of this and saying all of this and then trying to dictate what a man should or what a man is and isn't. Like I said, two things you don't know nothing about, but you got all the mouth in the world and you magically writing books about it. And you don't even understand the first thing about yourself. That's the craziest thing out here. And like I said, this is why a lot of women out here end up in the wrong type of relationships because you're focused on the wrong aspects of a man because realistically in your life, you never really had a man. Right? When you look at like your fathers and all these other things, some of y'all never even really had a stable type of father figure. Y'all never really had a positive male role model. So you don't even know what an actual man is. So when you step out here, you sit up there and go by what a lot of other women are sitting up there stating, which are, these types of dudes that got all of these problems that's in and out of whatever, that's doing all of this in the streets. And you figure that's what a man is and you go into like the whole chamber of other women, like, yeah, these are the men, these are this, these are that. But then when that dude start busting your face open and start dragging you all up and down the street, now you want to sit up there and have like the boo boo face, but you want to turn to your girls, but oh, I love him. No, he loved me. Really? You don't even know what love is. You don't even know what love is. Realistically, you should know what love is since you have a mother because that woman should have taught you what love of self is, what knowledge of self is, what respect of self is. But like I said, there's failures all across the board. So if we're going to 100%, right? Always, whenever conversations come up, if we're going to dictate and tell men, black men, right, that you guys are the problem, you guys never want to be fathers, you guys are never there, you guys are never present, and you're the reason that these kids are growing up the way they are. A lot of black women who are mothers are the same exact reason why their daughters are out here disrespecting themselves and they suffer from lack of knowledge and lack of love of self. So the end result is what you were clearly able to see directly in the video. And I'm going to put the one variable in there. Yes, you can have a two-parent household and you can still have a daughter that will end up, going or getting into relationships, right, with guys that she knows damn well that she should not even be in a relationship with. A lot of women out here know that a lot of guys are not good for them, but they still decide to be in a relationship with them because they seek that aggressiveness from men. And this is why a lot of women always sit up there and turn down, oh yeah, I was talking to this one guy, but he was just too nice. He was just too nice. He's a good guy, he's a great guy, but he's not the one for me. You're right, he's not the one for you because you want to sit up there and get knocked upside your head. You want to end up in the hospital. You want to have one foot in life and one foot in the grave. Like I said, you get exactly what you deserve. And that's a lot of women out here because you decide that you literally want a guy that is detrimental to you in life. He's going to cause all types of chaos and confusion. But you're like, you know what? That's the one that suits me. I pick that car versus going with quote unquote old reliable, the one that's been getting you from point A to point B to point C. That's been there through all different types of storms, weather, happy times, good times, all that. It's like, you know what, old reliable, you've been here for a long time, but it's time to sit up there and get a brand new one. Can't sit up there and do this no more. I'm going to upgrade myself. And then you upgraded yourself to a brand new car that you weren't even prepared to handle. Don't even know how to drive the car. As soon as you touch the pedal, you went from 0 to 100 and you just careened directly off of a bridge. And you're wondering, how did I get here? I can tell you how you got here because you decided to use emotions over common sense. You decided to put your emotions first and logic dead last. This is why you have a lot of women out here stating all of the experiences, the negative experiences that they've had with men. Because I can promise you, none of these women are going to sit up there and say the same thing about nice guys and good guys. You know why? Because all of those guys are in a friend zone. Because all of those guys, they decided to sit up there and skip directly over. And now they want to sit up there and put a blanket or make a blanket statement about men and talking about how violent they are and how this they are and how this they are and how they don't care about women's lives and everything else. How about a lot of women out here don't care about their own lives? Because when people try to specifically tell women like, yo, you need to sit up there and date different, you need to sit up there and take your time, women are like, I'm not listening to that, I'm not hearing that. I'm my own boss, I'm this, I'm that, can't nobody tell me what to do. You right, can't nobody tell you what to do. And that's exactly why you're going to end up in the hospital, or you're going to end up not existing here anymore, because nobody can tell you exactly what it is that you should know, what it is that you should be doing, and how it is that you should correct yourself at this moment in time to alleviate a lot of that chaos that's going to sit up there and take place. Like I said, it's crazy out here. It is 100% crazy here. Like I said, I respect the man for, speaking a few words. And, basically that's all he sat up there and did. I'm glad he didn't go any further, because if he did, he would have potentially he would have jeopardized everything that he basically built. He would have jeopardized his life as well. And like I said, the main thing I sit up there and tell men every single day is like, yo, you need to sit up there and judge the risks out here, if you should do it or if you shouldn't. Like I said, it's pretty crazy out here. And like I said, at the end result, a lot of women need to sit up there and specifically choose better men who are not emotionally challenged. But like I said before, women like aggression. So within that, chances are very great that you're going to have a lot of women finding abusive types of guys, or you're going to find guys that have a history of abuse when it comes to women. But like I said, women don't even go that far to even research guys. They don't even go that far. They just go off of like what he could sit up there and do. If he could sit up there and break their back, if he could sit up there and make them feel good, if he looks you know to a certain extent where every other woman basically wants him and different things of that nature. Like I said, this is how a lot of women sit up there and get caught up. I've never really heard of any women out here saying that they got caught up with a nice guy. It's like, yeah, this nice guy, he got me locked up in jail. Yeah, this nice guy, he sat up there and put me in a hospital. Nah, I never heard those stories. Never heard those stories. But like I said before, because nice guys don't tend to do, a lot of these things that other guys do, yet again, this is why nice guys finish last. And this is why nice guys, are always picked last. Nice guys are usually picked by the time women are upper in age, when they're done, messing around with all these different types of guys that really excite them, and different stuff like this. Now, when they, want somebody to, build a home with and different things like that, now they want to look for that nice guy, right? They want to go back to old reliable after dealing with all those fast cars that got them into like nothing but dangerous situations and potentially life ending situations. So yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I'm already prepared for somebody to write in the comment section, well, this wouldn't happen if men would sit up there and teach their sons not to be violent and abusive. Well, how about this? How about this? You know what? I'll give you that. But I also give you this one because I was raised in a single parent household by a mother. How about a lot of women don't actively seek out boyfriends while they have kids, which means that their kids, their sons are impressionable, which means that every relationship that you're in, your son is watching how you're being treated, which then means that if you're getting treated in a negative way and getting talked down to, that means by way of you, right? Because you are that first window into what a woman is, he's going to measure every woman by you. So if you're willing to allow other men to degrade you and abuse you, that means that he is going to then do the exact same thing to other women because he saw through you that it's okay, because you are the first love of his life. You are, in a sense, his first girlfriend, right? You are that first love. So if you are all of those things and he's watching you go through all of this, he's internalizing that and understanding that it's okay because mommy told me that it's okay. So if you're going to sit up there and say that men need to be doing better, women need to be doing the exact same thing, because 9 times out of 10, women are the main ones out here raising these little boys.